Alright, since it's Pet Battle Week with 200% bonus experience, I thought I'd show you how I level up my pets really quickly during this event. The event, I just do the Pandaren Tamer circuit. I think I'll try to draw a line to show you how I do the circuit. It takes, I think, about an hour or something, I don't know, just because of all the flying around. Even on my mage, because there's only like one port. I guess if you have like all the gold challenge modes from Pandaren, you could probably do it a lot quicker. That's like the only way I can think of doing it. But there is travel involved. With all of them, I think I have a video that explains how to do like the first couple. I always start off with the Pandaren Earth Tamer. He's one of the hardest if you don't have the right pets. What you need is a snail. Preferably any breed, but I mean having a good breed also helps. I have the HH breed, so it has like almost 2,000 health, so it lives quite a long time. I would actually kind of prefer to have a power breed, but I haven't really looked into it. Shimmering Snail works out nice. HH, tons of health, real easy to get. But really, any snail works. Alright, now we got the Earth Tamer dead. I still have about 1,300 health left. And then on the Sludge, I basically only ever get like 2 hits off on him before kicking the bucket. Like, it doesn't really matter, because Dark Moon Zeppelin is going to be able to take him out. Just as long as the Dark Moon Zeppelin doesn't activate his racial, it's fine. So I'm going to take a lot of damage from the Sludgy. I'm also not going to die. Unless I get really unlucky. Mainly because I did throw up a dot, which increases my damage to it by 25% for 2 turns. And because 2 of his attacks do less damage to me, since I have the proper type. And then Darnak the Tunneler. Easy peasy. Just attack him with missile once, set up decoy, and then spam missiles until he's around 600 health. And then explode. Since I think explode does go through Stone Skin. It ignores all damage modifiers. It's pretty nice. His Stone Rush doesn't prevent enough damage. Like, he's gonna hit me with Stone Rush this turn, which is fine, because that's what I have my racial for, is to come back alive this turn. He'll take a little bit of damage. See, he went way below 600 health, 618. And explode will kill him, and that allows me to level up a level 1 pet without ever even having to come into battle. I have tried it with the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling. You know, just switching them in like normal. Because if a pet gets switched in when one of your pets dies, like the snail will always die. So you can just switch in your level up pet, and then switch in your mechanical pet with a decoy to break him. I mean, to finish him off. That works too. I have tried the MPD because it does have the type advantage against the Sludge. And he has Thunderbolt single target for the rat later on. But I found it's not faster. It takes about the same amount of time. So I just stick with this one where I don't have to do any switches. It's a lot easier and I'm used to it. Alright, now that we're at the next Tamer, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to level up my pet from earlier. He was level 1, he got all the way up to level 19 from that one battle. And I'm just going to use my training stones. I get a whole bunch of them from my menagerie. The best time to use your level up stones is when they're around level 20. It's a huge waste to use them when they're in their early levels, just because of how easy it is to get experience in the early levels, and how much harder it is to get them during the late ones. And it always just gives you 1 level no matter what. So during the pet weekend is when I go through all my stones, because every single pet, Tamer defeat, will level up my pet pretty much to full. Okay, this one's kind of a pain in the ass. With the level 1 pet anyway. Usually I like to have him switch in and take a hit. It works out with a level 1 pet, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Because of... I don't know why it works this way, to be honest. Anyways, I start with a power ankle render. I bite twice and then leap twice. It's always the same thing. Sometimes I'll go to crit and it'll end a turn early. But you leap twice. You want to kill the chirp with a speed boost and shattered defense. That way you're guaranteed to go first this turn, but also die at the same time. Because you don't want to stay alive very long against him. You don't want to stay alive at all. You just want to be able to get up Black Claw while he has the lightning effect out. Okay, now I got my level up pet. And I'm going to switch to the Clockwork Gnome, who's going to throw out Build Turret, which should kill him in one turn. But it doesn't whenever I do my switch in pet. For some reason it does less damage. You see, anytime I bring him out, like right after the ankle render dies, it'll kill him in one turn. You know, Build Turret with his Black Claw and Lightning Storm. If I do it this way, where I switch in the pet after the ankle render dies, that way he gets, you know, to join the battle and get some experience. It doesn't kill in one turn, it takes 2 turns. It makes no sense. There's no reason for it. It's just he dies if I bring in the Clockwork Gnome immediately. But if I don't, he takes 2 turns to die. There's no damage modifiers or anything. He doesn't take less damage. All he does is give himself a damage boost. I don't get it. It's stupid. Whatever. Whiskers, will I die to Whiskers, actually? He should be using his stupid thing already. His survival. I should be able to get the kill. He's going to use dive on his next turn. It will kill me, but turrets will also kill him. It just takes like a turn longer. Like 2 turns longer to kill him this way. If you have a pet that's able to take a hit from Whiskers, it's actually a little bit easier. Whew. Also, yeah, I know my pet died, so it was probably a better idea to just, you know, leave my pet in the back line, just like in the first Tamer, where the pet never actually joins the battle, but that's not always the case. Sometimes the Clockwork Gnome will survive, and it's better to be safe than sorry, since he'll always be able to get a kill on Whiskers anyway. Alright, so for this next one, you can't use a level 1 pet against him. I'm also not going to use my level 19 Mulgore Hatchling, so let me just level up that real quick. It's a critter type. Do I have any critter stones available? Yeah, I do. Let me just use 6 of those, since it always gets up to 19 after a win. I did mention that I use a lesser pet treat and a pet treat plus a safari hat, right? Because that is kind of important. Out of range? Where the fuck did he go? Oh, he went running. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so that's like his little animation. Alright, so against this guy, you can't use a level 1 pet unless it's a mechanical. Luckily, I have a mechanical pet that I want to level up. Because the first pet uses an AoE. So it has to be able to survive in the back row. The Siren. Alright, I like to use the Droplet of Yashiraj against this team, just because it has Acid Rain and Swallow You Whole. But there's no reason to. As long as you have a pet who's able to change the weather to Cleansing Rain and has an aquatic ability, it works just as fine. It's literally any other pet, like Jade Mist Dancer. What is it? Jade Mist Dancer, Water Dudes, Water Striders, Frogs. Wait, as long as you don't use Frog Kiss, you don't want to polymorph them. Stuff like that. I just like to use my Droplet. Because that's what I did when I first came up with the strategy. This is going to be tricky. I need to switch in the Peep without taking any damage. So what I'm going to do is go into my Crab this round to take the damage, throw out a Whirlpool because it does hit them from underground. And I'm just going to heal up this turn. I'll get a 25% bonus damage from it. I'm going to go for a hit. He's going to use Leech Seed this turn. Leech Seed, I'm pretty sure it's a dot, which only affects my crab. So, I can switch in now. Because he's just going to go for a heal, and then he literally can't do anything for like a turn. So I'm going to use this opportunity to lay in an attack, and then go back to my crab, and I've got 2 turns to kill him. One more turn. Uh-oh, looks like he's going to heal up a little bit. Come on, crab, you can do it. I wasn't all that worried. Luckily the crab hits hard as shit. Okay, so Brood of Multhulus. Well, you see, he always does the same thing. He throws out his little acidic goo first, and then he dives underground. You know, I'm so used to using Healing Wave that other turn. I'm so used to doing this that I did it before I could even talk about it. So what I do is I just throw out Whirlpool first round, Healing Wave in the second round because he's going to be underground so I can't hit him anyway, and then I just spam Snap. Literally just spam Snap the entire time. Don't use the other 2 abilities. You'll be able to kill him. Oh, you need the Emperor Crab for this. He's like needed. The first slot pet doesn't really matter. So yeah, you can only do this with either a mechanical pet, not an undead because they'll die after their turn of immunity, mechanical pet, or a pet who's able to survive the AoE that he does at the beginning of the round. He only does it once though. There's only one other Tamer that uses... No, there's 2 other pets that use AoEs. I'll go over them when I get to them though. They're... what do we call it? The Pandaren Burning Spirit and the Flowing Pandaren Spirit. So the Fire and the Water Spirit. Those are the ones that use AoEs. Alright, so this next guy right here. You can safely use any level 1 pet against him. Let's see, where is my mechanical peep at? I just summon him out real quick. Let's level him up 6 times. Do I have any mechanical stones? Yeah, I have a lot of them actually. And there we go. Now do I have any mechanical? Yep, got a couple of those as well. Alright, Untamed Hatchlings out next. This guy can either be a huge pain in the ass or really easy. Because he has 2 of his pets have AoE annoying abilities. And his 3rd pet does random abilities. He doesn't follow a pattern like the other 2. Okay, so this first guy, he always throws out acidic goo and then he burrows. So, missile, decoy, and then I just spam missiles until he dies. If I get lucky in the missiles, I only have to spam a couple of them, because missiles do random damage. do. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so both missiles hit for max damage. That's unusual. Great for me. And then against the moth, I was about to call him by the nickname I gave him. I have a pet that I use a lot that I call Kohai. Not all moths are called Kohai though. Yeah, so against the moth I just let my mechanical frostboard die. Try to get as much damage to him as possible. If at all possible, I actually don't want to kill him. I just want to get him... I don't even need to get him low, to be honest. I just want to die. Oh, okay, so I switch in the level up pet. He just goes in that one round. It's all good in the hood. Can I kill him with an Arcane Blast? It looks like I can. Good. Because Arcane Blast does not hit very hard at the beginning. Now, I want to take some damage. There we go. Now I'm going to go for a Life Exchange. Life Exchange is great. Gives me a nice heal at the same time doing a lot of damage to him. It's really hard to kill his turtle without the Life Exchange. So tactically taking damage, if at all possible, you do want to take more damage than what I took. But I think it's really risky. Because he can stun you with that headbutt. I've had it happen multiple times. I had one day where he stunned me with the headbutt 5 times in a row. Like, it was a killer. I died, and I came back, and he got a stun all 5 times on headbutt. I was like, wow, I should probably play the lottery with this kind of luck. Because So, you know, it has a 25% chance to stun. Ooh, fun stuff, Pet Battles. Alright, so this next guy right here. I actually don't really do him with level 1 pet very often. I'm pretty sure I've done it before in the past. Let me just level up my Untamed Hatchling real quick. Let me just bring him out again, I guess. And let's see, he's a dragon type. Do I have any dragon stones? I sure do. Do I have any of those 5 stones? I don't think I do. Alright, now we got Gazruki out. How should I do this? I think I'll just start off with another fairy dragon. To be honest, I think this might actually be easier doing it with a level 1 pet. I'm just used to doing it the other way, where I let my pet stay out and take his 2 dots because they don't really do very much damage, and then I switch him out. But they do more than enough damage to kill a level 1 pet. So, Skyscraper. All I do is I just take damage. I kill him really fast because the other fairy dragon has a crazy good type advantage against him. And then I life exchange against the snake. Am I even gonna... I took like 50 damage. Yeah, this usually happens. And then I have to go for the life exchange here because he goes for the burrow. And it can kill me. Alright, now I'm just gonna go for an Arcane Blast. It should be doing max damage now. Even if it's not really a big deal. Go, Nether Fairy Dragon. Kill Fangor. Oh, if only you weren't debuffed with the slow, you'd still get outsped because Fangor's crazy fast. Alright. Now Gazruki is going to come out to get the experience, and I'm going to go into the Crow. Now the Crow, oh no, I took a slow. The Crow, he's still faster though, because he has that really nice flying racial. The Crow has a ridiculously good matchup against Door of the Wall. He only has 1 damaging ability, and it's weak against my Crow, and it's on a 4-turn cooldown. Plus I use Darkness, and he has a heal, so it reduces it by 50%. And I have a type advantage, and all my attacks do large single target damage, so his Shell Shield does nothing. Nothing protect him. So yeah, that was actually a little bit faster than usual. You know what, I'll level up Gazruki right now off screen. Alright, Whispering Pandaren Spirit. Really? I have this guy going up first, huh? I'm gonna have to change that around a little bit. Luckily, with the addition of the Ore Eater, this guy is a lot easier than it used to be. He was actually kind of difficult. Ore Eater makes him kind of a joke, though. So just as long as you have an Ore Eater, any breed, you'll do perfectly fine against him. The moth is a huge pain in the ass, though. Look at that. He's got moth dust. Fucking cocoon strike. He's got the works. And I was unlucky enough to get put to sleep immediately. Wait, why am I running the power breed? As long as the moth doesn't annoy the hell out of you in the beginning, like he doesn't get a whole bunch of lucky sleeps. The Nether Fairy Dragon has the potential to actually like take on his entire team. Because I'm gonna get a really nice heal against his dragon. Assuming I don't, you know, die to his mothballs. There we go. There we go. Now I'm gonna get a really nice heal right here. Because he uses Flyby right off the bat and it does like nothing. Oh, that was a nice heal. Alright, so I'm just gonna spam Arcane Blast until I die now. All of his abilities are flying type, so I take less damage from them. Really do not want to Refresh Moonlight because the Pandaren Air Spirit has a heal. It looks like I probably won't be soloing his entire team with the Nether Fairy Dragon. Ooh, luckily that crit right there. I actually did kind of want him to die really quickly. Alright, I'm going to bring in the Tide Skipper, since he's my level up pet, and then switch straight into the Ore Eater. Ore Eater is going to be able to defeat the Pandaren Water Spirit so easily, it's not even a match. He also has a really good matchup against the Dragon, too. And the Moth. He could probably one-shot the entire team. I mean, take out his entire team by himself. You can also just have a second Nether Fairy Dragon. Or just run 2 Ore Eaters, doesn't really matter. I made my strategy against the Pandaren Air Spirit before Ore Eaters were even a thing. They're a recent addition. They have a nice aquatic ability, which really hurts the Pandaren Air Spirit. He has a nice humanoid ability, which really hurts his dragon. And he has shell armor, which just means he takes no damage from all of his pets for 3 turns. There we go. Pandaren Air Spirit died. Very little problems. Tide Skipper's now level 19. I'm gonna pull him up to level 25 off screen, and I'll go to the next place. Alright, now this next guy is one I usually do with level 1 pets, so it's pretty easy. Oh no, my pet biscuits are about to run out. I really don't want to use new ones. I don't really care. I already leveled up all my pets that I wanted. So I'm still gonna go do the other ones. I'm just going to refresh my pet biscuit. Against this guy, I used the mechanical frostborer again. Don't really need him. It's not necessary. I used to use the decoy strategy in order to get a level 1 pet in. It's not really necessary anymore though. Thanks to the change where as long as you switch a pet in after one of yours dies, it counts as them being part of the battle. Which is great. I still would really like it if it had Pokemon rules where you can start them off and then just switch them out. That'd be a lot more convenient, but this is better than how it used to be at least. Alright, now lap in. This guy, I'm gonna go for Life Exchange. He usually goes for Adrenaline Rush and then Burrows. So I'm gonna stack up Arcane Blast. I'm pretty sure it's already at max damage though. Doesn't really matter. I probably could have saved Life Exchange. Ooh, I killed him. That doesn't usually happen. I usually die to the rabbit. Wow, I must have got lucky on those flurries or something. Alright, looks like he finally killed me. He went straight for the Stampede. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my Aqua Strider. And switched into the Frostboar. Aqua Strider counts as being involved in that battle. Now I just need to spam Missile a few times. And he should kick the bucket. If he goes for Chew, I'll use Decoy to block that. I don't need to. Shadow Defense will be ending this turn. Oh shit! Did I just beat him with 2 missiles? Damn, I'm getting really lucky on those missiles today. Alright, time to go into the next one. Next one requires a higher than normal level pet. Fire Tamer. This person uses... Well, what do they use again? They have someone who uses an AoE. To be perfectly honest, Crusher can solo his entire team. But I need to switch in one of my pets. So let's see, you can't use a level 1 pet because they'll die. There's a chance they might because all it uses is Cyclone. And there's a chance the Cyclone won't kill you. So it has to be able to survive Cyclone hits. So it has to be at a certain level. I'll just go with, let's see, I'll go with a low level pet but not one too high. I don't really have anything that really fits that description. I guess the Fawn, he's level 14. They should be able to survive... unless you get really unlucky, like around level 10. But you can't safely use a level 1 pet unless you use a block or something. I don't have really... Oh, that would be really hard too. I wonder if I can do that. Let me see. I'm going to try that out. Because you can block Cyclone. And since Crusher can stop his entire team. Let me see. Let me find a decoy pet. Decoy. It has to be faster than his first pet, though. Oh, yeah, because he uses it right off the bat. Let me see how fast his dragon is real quick. This dragon has 334 speed. Yeah, there isn't a decoy user in the game that fast. 334 speed, but there is a pet faster than him that can still stop the decoy. Let's go with the Death Adder Hatchling. There we go. I'm also going to use a level 1 pet. Why do I have the spiny lizard over here? Here, let me throw... I don't want to level up the cinder pup. Oh, I don't want to level up that guy either. Whatever, I'll use a spiny lizard pup. Must have caught him by mistake or something. And I forgot to remove him from my queue. Alright, so I'm just going to shoot a poison in his face. That should stop Cyclone. And then I'm going to go into Crusher, and I have to beat him before he's able to... Oh, a crit. That's really bad. Oh, shit. Alright, go for Shell Armor. That's like ridiculously bad. Body Slam. Oh. Okay, so I got really unlucky right there. Let's try that again. Oops, wrong button. I just need to bring them all back to life. And take 2. I wasn't expecting liftoff to crit. I mean, it can. But, I mean, that's kind of rare. Alright, now I'm going to switch into Crusher. It's going to go into the air. I'm going to go for a Body Slam. There we go. It didn't crit that time. Yeah, I probably should have just played safe and go straight into Shell Armor. Oh my god, he crit with breath. Stupid Crimson. Why you gotta do this to me? Ooh, I might be able to live. I might be able to live. Oh, looks like he's gonna get out of Cyclone. What I was trying to do was beat him before he got off the Cyclone. Because now Spiny Lizard's gonna die in the back row. That's why I was foregoing Shell Armor. I might be able to do it. Let's see, let me try one more time. This time I'm going to take Crush instead of the other ability. It's going to make the fight against... Actually, it should be fun. Trial and error. Alright, just going to spit poison in his face. Make him miss the Cyclone. And then go into Crusher. He's going to go in the air. I'm going to use Shell Armor first. See how that works out. Ooh, he hit on the low end this time. That's the lowest hit he's done on his liftoff so far. And now I have 3 turns to kill him. Go Crush. Maybe I'm going to have to exclude Shell Armor from the equation completely. Oh, he died. That was kind of luck dependent though, to be honest. He likes to start off with Conflagrate. And then go into Cauterize, and then use Immolate. Crusher should be fine, to be honest. Yeah, let's just go with the Crush. And another Crush. I'll save Body Slam. And then he'll go with an Immolate this turn. I'll throw up my Shell Armor. That way I don't take any damage from it. And then he just sits there for 2 turns not doing anything. This is a perfect opportunity to bring in a level up pet to attack. And then switch out. I'm just going to go into my Death Adder Hatchling. That way he can do something. Have some fun. I think he's gonna go for like a cauterize this turn, so I can just go for a poison fang. Because he does have a set pattern. And then he'll probably go for an immolation this turn. Yep. And then I could just do that. Oh, and then switch to Crusher. And die to Conflagrate? No. I guess I should have just stayed into my Death Adder Hatchling. See, I'm figuring this out for like the first time. And then he goes for a little heal. And then I'll use a Blinding Poison right here to block his Immolate. And I'll go for a Puncture Wound to finish him off. Good job. I have a terrible matchup against Glowy. You know what? I probably could just go into my Death Adder Hatchling for the Pandaren Fire Spirit and then just let him die. But to Glowy. I'm really low on health. That's just because of like bad switching. Whatever, let's just keep going. He's gonna throw out 2 dots and then he'll go for a swarm. And Swarm won't kill Crusher. As soon as I throw up Shell Armor, I won't take any damage. He has a nice little dot up. Luckily, the poison is elemental damage, just as long as the Swarm doesn't kill me, which it shouldn't since it does critter damage. And I should be able to do enough damage to kill him. Alright. Come on, one more Crush. Well, I mean, no more Body Slam, I should say. Yeah, beating him is real easy with the Crusher. Because you just don't take damage. I don't mean it in the way like, ooh, I'm taking a lot less damage. It's like, literally, you don't take damage. Well, you have Shell Armor up against that guy. Alright, so it looks like it is possible to use a level 1 pet against him. All you need is a Death Adder Hatchling and an HH Crusher. You really do need that health. Maybe the Power one. I need to fucking get one of those, that way I can try it out. Such a pain in the ass, because you don't find them on the auction house, because people don't usually sell them. Or I haven't, anyway. I really do need to get one, though. I think that might have worked a little bit better, because I was in a race against time to take down his dragon. I got lucky that my Crush hit decently hard, but if I got unlucky, that would have been bad. Actually, I could have just tried out one of my Ore Eaters. I do have a Power Ore Eater, I think. I'm pretty sure I do. I say that, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I do have a Power Ore Eater. He's kind of squishy, though. The Power Crusher has more health. Yeah, it has a decent chunk of health. This one, though, he has a decent speed, but that's useless in this situation. Yeah, I need to get myself a Power Crusher to try that out. It worked. That was my first time trying it out. I know it works now. So I should probably save this little combination. How do I save? Save it like this. There we go. Alright. So this next guy, he does have an AoE, but you can't avoid it. Pretty easily, too, with the pet that counters his. He uses an HH. What is that thing called again? Diamond. An HH Frost Elemental, I guess? I don't know. He starts off with Frost Nova. If you're chilled, Howling Blast will hit the backline pets. But since Frost Nova doesn't affect critter types, you don't really have to worry about it too much. If you get hit with Howling Blast while you have Frost Shock on you, though, that will activate Howling Blast in the back row. The fight shouldn't last that long, though. Even if you get really unlucky and you hit on the low end with Dive. You should still die, no problem. Alright, against this next guy, just throw out one Acidic Goo, and then I switch into my Jade Owl, because he's a good matchup against the next 2 pets. He goes underwater. I go for Adrenaline Rush. I need to be faster than him in order to kill him with my Thrash. 25% extra damage thanks to the Goo. And I should be able to kill him as long as I get a double hit, which should happen no problem. Alright, now against this guy. I think he does the same thing every time. He goes for Cleansing Rain, and then Soothe, and then Pump. None of your pets really die against this guy, so you have to know his strategy. When he goes for the Soothe, that's the perfect time to throw in your level up pet. Either way, his only attack is Pump, and he has to, like, pump, you know, charge up for it, so you're pretty safe switching in during Cleansing Rain. But he does Soothe second. And then Jade Owl comes in, and Jade Owl has a wonderful matchup against him. Let's see here. Should I go for Adrenaline Rush and try to outspeed him, or just go for a Liftoff for the flying damage? Doesn't really matter, to be honest. All he does is just spam. Well, he likes to refresh Cleansing Rain too. Go, Adrenaline Rush! Oh shit, he used Pump twice. That doesn't happen very often. Go, Crusher. I need him to take the Soothe. I can't. Oh wait, Snail doesn't go to sleep. I should be fine, I think. Go, Snail. Alright. So, if I predict the Pump this turn, because that's the only thing he can do, he'll use it on the next turn. He'll go first, and he'll miss it. And then my Snail will beat him. Alright. Good job, Snail. You prevented your death. Okay, so on my Jade Owl, what I usually do is I use Adrenaline Rush instead of a Thrash, like, before I switch him out. That way he has Adrenaline Rush when he comes out, so I can fly to avoid his Pump. But I didn't feel like doing it this time around, for some reason. I just wanted to see how it would work out if I didn't. Turns out there's a chance I'll Pump twice and kill you. He usually uses his abilities off cooldown, though. He has some kind of random element after he does his first three. Cleansing, Rain, Soothe, and then Pump. After that, he does kind of switch things up a little bit. But yeah, this one's pretty easy to kill. Just as long as you have a Snail. I use a balance type. I don't know why, though. I could use HH1 too. I guess because of the little extra power. Wonder what Snail has the most amount of power. I should really look into that. But yeah, so the next one, he's probably the hardest Tamer out of all of them. Alright, so these last two Tamers you can't really do with a level 1 pet. So instead I'm going to be using just Crusher from last time, because why not? This guy's a huge pain in the ass. I've experimented with a whole bunch of different kinds of pets to beat him. Because, you know, you have to beat them with only 2 pets. Your third pet can't really be asked to contribute very much. I kind of forgot what the strategy was. His Crusher isn't really that big of a problem. It's the Pounder that comes out next. So how did I do this again? I know he starts off with Whirlpool, then he throws out Renewing Mist, and then spams Surge like crazy. So I would guess just go for some Pecks. And oh, I thought for sure he went for Whirlpool right off the bat. I guess he doesn't. Alright, there's a Whirlpool. I'm going to go for my Rain Dance right now because he's going to go for a Surge. I'm going to heal up that little bit of damage he did to me. He's going to go for another Surge, but that's fine because my purpose of the Liftoff is to avoid the Whirlpool. And hopefully do some really nice damage to him with Liftoff. With Rain Dance. Come on, crit. Oh, no crit. It did hit on the high end though, so that's pretty good. And he's also just going to refresh Renewing Mist, so just kill him on the next one. Doesn't really matter. If you get a crit, he just dies right there though. Alright, Pounder. He always starts off with Sandstorm and then Rupture, so he's going to kill. There's a really high chance he'll kill Twitter. It might not happen though. Don't die, don't die. Don't get stunned, don't get stunned. Ooh, good job. Alright, now just keep spamming Peck, because he's just going to go for Quake now. I'm going to save Liftoff for when he uses Sandstorm or a Rupture again. Wait, is it Rupture or Rapture? Yeah, it's Rupture. Actually, you know what? He's faster than me. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. He will have a couple of turns where he can't do anything, though. Let's go, Twitter. You got this. Twitter, Twitter, Twitter. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, poor Twitter. There's only so much you could do. Alright, time to throw in the leveling pet. Nice job, Twitter. Wasn't good enough, but you did... Oh, shit, this is gonna hurt. Oh, thank God he goes for Quake. I totally didn't remember if he went for Sandstorm first and then Quake. Whew. It's because of Pounder's Quake that you can't use level 1 pet. Because it'll just kill your backline pets. Alright, this guy right here. He always does the same thing. He throws up Spike Skin, so if you throw up Shell Shield, you won't take any reflect damage. And then he'll throw some Power Balls. Now he has his opportunity to heal back up to full. Well, close to full. Man, the Emperor Crab heals for a lot. And then I'll just spam Snap, since I'm always going second. I don't really have to worry about counterattack. And Power Ball doesn't really hit me that hard since I got Shell Shield up. You gotta make sure you refresh Shell Shield and use Healing Wave off cooldown, you'll be fine. If not, there's a chance he might kill you with Counter Strike. That's happened to me a couple times. Let's go, Healing Wave! Just as long as I save my refresh of Shell Shield for when he refreshes his Spike, we should be fine. I think I can just forego it though. 2 snaps should be enough to kill him, and I have enough health to survive, even if he crit me twice with Counter Strike. Well, I could survive a crit, Counter Strike, and a Powerball. Alright, that was actually pretty easy. That's right, I spent a really long time perfecting my strategy against this guy. Even though I totally forgot it, just because I don't usually go against him, just because I have nightmares of facing him in the past, before I figured out the, you know, using the Jungle Beak. Because before the Jungle Beak, you couldn't really do that. Because a Crow does not work, because Nocturnal Strike and Darkness doesn't work against Crusher since he's an elemental type. Alright, the last one. The Flowing Pandaren Spirit. Jade Owl can take out his entire team. So it's actually kind of hard to sometimes switch in the Aqua Strider. If I get unlucky, the Jade Owl just keeps doing really good. Because it uses 2 aquatic type pets plus the Pandaren Water Spirit. Alright, so how do I do this again? Oh, right. I go for Adrenaline Rush. And then I use Liftoff. Not this turn, on the next turn. I'll be able to block both Pump and Whirlpool. Oh, I mean Dive and Whirlpool. All of his abilities are like, you know, you can see him coming from a mile away. Plus, Jade Owl just takes less damage from all of them while doing more damage to him. Jade Owl is a perfect counter to aquatic type pets. He's pretty cool. Only bad thing is his Slicing Winds is a pain in the ass. It does random damage every single time. There's no chance of making it go, you know, if you go first, you hit 1 extra time. It's always you either hit 1 to 3 times. There's no way to change that. Oh, and the reason you can't use a level 1 pet against this guy is because he has 2 pets that spam the hell out of AoEs. Like his Aqua Strider will spam Tidal Wave like it owes him money. And the Pandaren Water Spirit, after he throws out his 2 cooldowns, that's his basic attack, was just to spam Tidal Wave. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a Liftoff. Some nice guaranteed damage. No, not Tidal Wave. Why didn't you use a Water Jet this time around? It should be fine. I use a level 20 pet in the back row. You have to have a decently high level pet too. This is like the worst tamer to do for leveling your pets, to be honest. Just because you have to have a already pretty high level pet just for them to survive in the back row. Oh my god. That was shit. That was so shit. It hit once. Oh wow, I just need to hit one more time. Alright, so since the Jade Owl didn't die, this happens a lot. He can solo his entire team. Or I can let him die to the Geyser. He's going to use Geyser, Whirlpool, and then spam Tidal Wave. So what I can do now, switch in my level up pet. Get an ability because He has 2 targeted abilities. I mean, not 2 targeted abilities. 2 broadcasted abilities. Abilities you know are coming. And then he has an AoE, so it's going to hit you anyway. Alright, and I'm going to use Bubble to block him. And then I'm just going to spam Water Jet. Easy peasy. I've tried using Swarm of Flies first. The Pandaren Water Spirit doesn't really live long enough for it to be useful. So just spamming Water Jet is your best bet to kill him as quickly as possible. You also don't really have to worry about his Whirlpool or the Geyser again, since he should die before the Geyser goes off. You might get hit by a Whirlpool again, though. Tidal Wave has such a slow animation, too. It takes forever to go. Why can't they speed it up like they did the turrets? That was nice. That was a nice little addition. See? My level 20 pet's almost dead in the back row. He took about 750 damage in the back row. This is why you can't use a low level pet. I need to have like at least around 1,000 health just to be safe. And even then, he didn't really use Tidal Wave as much as he usually does. Alright, so that's all the Tamers. Beast of Fables, what the hell? I guess that's just showing that's where I get the quest for it at. Little Tommy, that's just a one character fight. Those don't give a lot of experience. When you're doing like the boss pets, where there's only one pet you're fighting, they give kind of crap for experience. It's not really worth your time considering how hard they are. So that's all of the Pandaren Tamers. Drainer ones don't really give as much as these either. I should probably like look into those. The only reason I avoided the Drainer Tamers is because I didn't have flying for like longest time. But now that I do, I should probably figure out something for that.